New at noon, a Lee County Sheriff investigator received a huge award, and we are so delighted to have with us investigator Rachel Clock with the Lee County Sheriff's Office in the studio with us. How are you doing?
How are you doing well, Tanya? How are you today?
I am doing great. So tell us about the award that you received and how important was it for you to receive this award?
That award was for the Mississippi Sex Offender Registry compliance. Each county is supposed to monitor the sex offender registry for that county and make sure that all of the registered sex offenders are in compliance with the laws of the state registry.
And that's another reason why I wanted you here, because the fact that Halloween is next week. And when it comes to sex offenders and Halloween, you know, you always hear we have to protect our children. What is the best thing to do?
This time of year is a great opportunity to talk to the community about making sure our children are safe, which I think most people do that year-round anyway, but Halloween is always a good time to remind everybody to always keep your kids close, keep your eyes on them at all times. Unfortunately, at times like Halloween, that's somewhat hard to do when there's a large crowd of people. Everybody's in different costumes. It could be easy for your child to maybe slip away from you. So.
Now we do have some, those are the tips that we have there. Check the Mississippi Sex Offender Registry. How critical is that?
Very. I think it's always important to know whose home you're going to, where you're letting your children go to. So my suggestion to all parents would be to make sure that whatever neighborhood you plan on taking your child trick-or-treating, just maybe get on the Mississippi Sex Offender Registry website and see if there's anything that you need to maybe take special precaution with.
Now, of course, carrying the flashlights on costumes in the bags, but this one I thought was really interesting that you mentioned activate a child's location services or possibly an AirTag. How critical is that? Very
critical. If your child has a cell phone, it's always good to make sure that their location services are on in case something happens and they do need to be found or they're not able to reach out to you. If your child is maybe not old enough for a cell phone, an AirTag on their person, maybe hidden in their shoe or another area of their clothing could be huge assistance when your child maybe slips out of your sight, and that can help them to be located quickly.
Now, when it comes to you tracking sex offenders, what is the method that you go about, and how hard is it to just make sure they stay in compliance?
The task is a little daunting. As of today, we have approximately 282 sex offenders on the registry just here in Lee County. So my colleagues and I go out now and then and take opportunities to go knocking on doors and verifying addresses, verifying information that sex offenders are required to provide to the state. And if they don't, we hold them accountable.
Thank you for all that you do. Investigator Clock, thank you so much for joining us. Well, still to come on